Yeah.
What'd you make of it, Simon?
Yeah, look, I think there's still plenty to work on, but we're really pleased with the style that we're starting to develop, and we feel confident in our preparation and where we're at. But as I said, there's still lots that we can improve on, and which I think is exciting for the footy club.
There are a few mistakes and lots of good ball movement, and people are going to have to just get used to the odd error in the way that you're trying to transform the way you play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're trying to move the ball a different way. There's no doubt about that. And with that will come some mistakes. It's certainly not going to be perfect, but the signs are there for us to. We're starting to score a little bit better. We're starting to get a few more inside 50s, and with that, there's a few more turnovers as well. So we want our players to be brave and bold and move the ball a certain way. So we'll have to cop them for a little while.
I know it's pre-season, but is it good for them to simply have 3 wins in a row and head into the season with that as a good grounding?
Oh, look, we've certainly played our best team every week, so we understand that. Obviously, St Kilda didn't play a game last week, and they had 7 or 8 players playing their first game today. So we understand that we've been able to play our best available team every week, and that's helped us build some confidence in the way we play and set ourselves up for round 1.
Should Brayshaw, Vandenberg, Dunn be in the mix for round 1?
Yeah, look, they'll all be available. I think Angus looks like he'll probably play next week. Vandenberg is a chance to play next week, but they'll all be available, and Linden as well. So they'll all be available for round 1, so that'll give us some selection headaches, which is always nice.
Yep. What about Lumumba? Where does he sit in?
Yeah, look, he played yesterday at Casey and played relatively well, so that's his first hit out. So he'll play again next week and also put himself in the frame for round 1.
What is it next week? Just a VFL intra-club or an intra-club? Or?
Yeah, it's a VFL trial game, so they'll all play. Obviously we need to get some clearance for them to play, but obviously with their minutes that they've played and not playing this week, hopefully we'll get some good game time into them.
Clayton Oliver, Birmingham, do you think for round 1 with another good performance today?
Yeah, look, he certainly hasn't done anything wrong. And I thought his first half was a little bit sloppy today, but he responded extremely well in the second half. But I think we've got Clayton, but I think there's some other guys that have come into the team. Tom Bugg and Ben Kennedy are both guys that have come from other clubs that have significant impact on our team already, just with their competitiveness, which is something that the club's really striving for. So you look at our draft picks and the 2 guys we've brought into the team, and that's really stands out for us.
Kennedy isn't known as a hard nut. Bug is, but Kennedy really threw himself on the ball in a big moment there. I think it was in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, look, Rafi, I think if you go back and have a look at his junior tapes, he's a seriously hard footballer. He puts his body over the ball all the time, and for his size, he goes in and wins it. So that's why we drafted him, or got him to the footy club for that exact thing. And he gives our forward line a little bit of a different dynamic. Obviously with Jeff and Dean Kent down there, who I thought played really well today, he just brings a little bit of hardness to our forward half.
Jesse Hogan seemed to have a sort of a stuttering run-up today. Is that something that you noticed yourself in terms of kicking for goal?
Yeah, look, he can throw one of them in every now and then, but he's generally a pretty reliable kick. I think that was just one out of the box. I think he got his footsteps mixed up, I think. But I don't think we'll see that from Jess too often.
I think you can put a couple of rookies up this week. Have you decided what you're going to do with that?
No, we haven't. So I guess we'll talk about that over the next 12 or 13 days. I think we've got a bit of time before we have to make a decision. But, obviously Josh Wagner played today and played some good footy. So we've got some options there.
How was Matt Jones and what happened to him?
Yeah, he just got a concussion. I actually didn't see what happened. So all we got was that he had the test and got ruled out. But he'll be fit for round 1, and he's played at a pretty good summer.
And Neville Jetta, got away with sort of catching his leg, I think, on the artificial turf on the boundary line.
Yeah, I think he's just maybe rolled an ankle, from what I've heard from the medicos. But once again, we brought him off, but we didn't actually have any rotations left, I don't think, at that stage, so he couldn't go back on.
Can you explain how the transition to a more attacking game plan or a more holistic game plan? There'll be some that'll say, well, Simon's in the box and we're kicking more goals all of a sudden. Take us through that.
We sit down as a coaching group as a whole and we work through exactly how we want to play the game, and Ruzi's been a big part of that. We know that we have to be good in every phase of the game. And we felt today it wasn't just our ball movement, it was our defensive setup. You know, we turned the ball over a hell of a lot in our first half, which is something that we haven't done for a long time. So we worked together on that as a coaching group. I know Jade Rawlings has done a terrific job with the defensive actions of our players, and I think that's starting to pay off as well. So we know that we're going to be good in all three areas. We can't ignore one area and be good at another, but you know, it's starting to evolve and develop.